Today in this session or in this webinar, we will be learning how to import the data into Jamku. We need to download the data gathering template. This link would most probably be also be shared on your email ID. In case you have not received an email, just visit the Jamku website, click on the help menu and then click on the installation guide. On this page, under this section data import, there is a link called import data gathering template. Click on this link and it will download this import template. So let us open this Excel file to understand what does it contain. At the last sheet here, what we have is the example services. So this just gives an idea on how you would be creating your services. Of course, we will be covering each and every concept in detail in the today's session. And the next sheet is the sample sheet, which explains, which gives an example on how you would create all your data, all these things. Then we have the data section where you would actually be pasting your data from your existing Excel files. So let us first jump into sample data and let me explain you all these fields. So first and foremost, we have the client ID. And here if you see, we have color coded all the fields so that you know that if you want to just import the very bare minimum, all that you need to do is fill up the green columns. That is the client name, client group name, and what all services that you provide to your client. If you want to add further information, then we recommend that you also add these yellow columns here mentioned here, and red columns are completely optional if you wish to import. Let's start now with the first column. So this is the client ID. If in your office you have a unique client identification number, like for example, in for a few firms we have observed that offices mention a client number like AK008, like this. So if you have such a mechanism, then do enter a client ID. Otherwise, keep this client ID as blank. Next is the client name. um, uh, Here we recommend importing the entire client name, first name, last name, everything. Then if the client has a proprietorship, his proprietorship would not be a separate legal entity, but have a same PAN as the proprietor. So in that case, you can enter the business name here. Like for example, Ashok Kokate has his own proprietorship firm which has a jewelry business. So here they have mentioned Balaji Jewelers. Next is a PAN card. Simple. This is the date of birth. In case of a company or a partnership firm, this would be date of incorporation. Next, we have the client type, individual, proprietorship, LLP, anything that you want to mention. Next is the client group name. Here, the idea is to group all the clients basis their family. So here we have husband and wife, Ashok Kokate and Pushpa Kokate. So we have grouped them together into a client group name called as Kokate. Whenever you are creating this kind of a grouping, it is important that you mention the client group name exactly same, because as you will see in the next steps, how we will be generating this client groups. Ensure that there is no extra space in one group name and another group name. Ensure the exact the spelling case, um, and everything is exactly same when you mention the client group name across all these clients. Next, we have these recurring services that we provide to the client. So whenever you uh, when you will start using Jamku, the first and foremost step is to list down all the services that you provide to your client. So in this example services, you could just mention all these services that you provide to your client and classify them whether these are recurring services or these are non-recurring services. As an example, when we file GSTR 3B, this is a recurring services. But when we do a GST registration for that client, it is a non-recurring one. So um, another way of classifying services would be, think of if there is a set periodicity, then this service would be a recurring one. And there is no periodicity, but as and when that event happens, then we would be creating the task. So that will be classified as non-recurring services. Let me give you some examples like advanced tax payment, income tax audit, statutory audit, TDS payment, TDS return filing. These all are my recurring services. While my non-recurring services would be income tax scrutiny, income tax return, revise return, rectification, GST registration, PAN card application, partnership registration, and all these things, TAN application, notice reply. These would be my non-recurring services. So here I have logged into a demo account, and let us go to the services page. If you are using Jamku for the first time, here your services list would be completely be empty. So we need to create new services here. Services can be created just by clicking on new button and entering the service name. So let us, for example, create a service which is called as accounting, and this I will make it as a recurring as yes. Here you can specify what is the estimated cost of providing the service, and if you don't want to use these features, you can just mention 00 and create it. That's all. So the only mandatory field is mentioning the service name. Now, if you see here, Jamku has automatically created a service ID, which you can see over here. So phi is the service ID. We would be coming back to it later on in the next steps. Here, in my previous when I was using it, I have created other services which is scrutiny, which is a non-recurring service. How I can tell it? Because there is an icon here on the right hand side. If you see this clock icon, this specifies that it is a recurring services, and if this clock icon is missing, then it is a non-recurring service. Coming back to the import template, so here what we will be specifying is all the recurring services, and then under that recurring services I would specify what is the periodicity of that recurrence. So income tax would be yearly, GSTR 3B would be monthly, GSTR 1 depending upon the client it will be monthly or quarterly. GSTR 4 currently it is quarterly, but going forward it would be yearly. So I would just say yearly wherever it is applicable. Okay, so maybe I'll just remove them and just specify yearly here, and remove everywhere else. So this is how you would prepare this sheet. Just to recap, the important ones are the client name, client group name, and specify all the recurring services, and you can go on adding more and more columns. Like for example, in this example sheet we have not provided TDS, so you would add a TDS, say advanced tax we have added, maybe say DIN KYC, or KYC for directors, like this you could go on adding here. And of course you would be doing all these things in your data sheet, because this is where it is completely empty, and you would start copy pasting the data from your Excel files that you have. Now let's move ahead. What we have extra for fields here, then if you have readily this information readily available, then you can copy the mobile number, email ID of the client. And in your firm, if you have if you have a partnership firm and your clients are segregated between your partners, then you can specify the partner's name here. But in your partnership firm, the clients are not segregated, but it is actually the work which is segregated. Like for example, partner A would be doing all the income tax work and partner B would be doing GST work. Then you would not specify your partners here. That would be specified at the service level. Next, we have the branch. So branch is specifically helpful if you have multiple branches or multiple offices, and then clients are segregated basis the branches. So then you can specify those here, and then we'll be importing as well. Some offices along with this mobile number also have the person name. whose mobile number is available. So you can just specify that person name over here, that this mobile number belongs to Abhijit, or this mobile number belongs to the admin department in case of say corporates. So then it belongs to admin department, or this particular belongs to accounts team. So you could specify this. Of course, if you have more than one mobile number, you can add them as uh, columns and then import these columns one by one. Or of course, all these information you don't have to fill in and import them in the one go. Once you start using Jamku, you can then also later on also import these columns as and when this information is captured and available. And of course, you have an option of not importing it, but directly adding these information in Jamku manually as well. Import is just a faster way of adding information into Jamku, so that you don't have to spend much time on generating the data in Jamku. So my recommendation would be that at least you import client groups, clients, and the periodicity of the recurring services that you provide to your client at the very bare minimum, and then it will help you to jumpstart using Jamku. Okay, now so once your all this data is ready, let's see how we can import it. First of all, we need to create all these services. So you would just go select recurring services and create all these services. Of course, you don't have to follow this example services. You have to mention, create your own list of recurring services that you want to provide. This is just an example. Once that is done, the second step would be to import the client groups. So let's do that. Let's copy this client group name in another sheet and remove duplicates, and click on remove duplicates. So now we have these unique client groups, and in your case what you would do is you would create a client group number G0001. We recommend creating client group names in this mechanism where we have G and then 4-digit numbering system. This is important to follow because in Jamku, the default numbering has been configured in this manner itself. So let me go and show you this. In Office configuration, we will go to Office Master and then come to numbering. So here you can see the group numbering has been defined as prefix G. Number of digit would be 4. And in your case, when you are using this Jamku at the first time, the next group number would be defined as G0001. Since I have already created 6 client groups, my numbering system, the next group number would be G007. Similarly, let me even show you for the client. So in the client here we have the prefix is C and number of digit is 4, and then the next client number in my case is showing as C0010. So if you are importing the data for the first time, you would start with G001. But in case your data is, you have imported already few client groups and then again re-importing it, then you would not start at one, but start at whatever is the last number that you have used. So one way to check this is coming to Office configuration and coming to numbering section and then copying this number and then going ahead with like this. Or another approach is to go to the actual group list and checking what is the last number that we have, and just click on this columns to know, to sort this and then come to know that okay, last number is G006, and hence I would start with 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so this is how uh, we check this and arrive at this group number. Now let us go to the data import, client group, and download the template. So this Excel file, which we'll call as a Jamku import.xlsx, This has this we call it as a data gathering template. Once your data is gathered in this format, we would actually be importing it in the respective format. So hence what I did was I went to Jamku. I clicked on data import and came to this sheet, and then I have selected client group and downloaded the template, and I have opened this template. So this is actual data import template. And depending upon your MS Office settings, sometimes you would see this protected view because you have downloaded this file from internet. So always click on enable editing to make this file editable. Here we have given you an example of how we import the client group. Uh, so here we have seen what we need to do is copy paste the group number and the group name. So we'll go to sheet 1 and actually copy paste the data. So let us go to that sheet. Here let us copy the group number, then the group name, paste, and let us click on the data ID. So data ID is just a serial number. That's all. So here we have generated the data. So other columns which are available is the categorization. So if you want to categorize your client groups into important or some another codification, like few offices mention here the category as 360, which in their language means these are my most important clients. Uh, so you can categorize your client groups by specifying it here. And P center is if you want to specify the uh, partner's name here, and C center is basically defined for or reserved for specifying the branch name. Let's copy this information and we'll go to the Jamku and prepare data for import. Once you're once you've clicked here, this is how your data would be parsed. Uh, you can just review the data here, and once you are ready to actually import the data, you will just click on start import. But as you can see, I have already imported this data here. What I would do, just to demonstrate, instead of calling Cocate 2, and let me just delete other all other information, and I will just copy this information, paste it, and let me click on start import. So all the records that you have added would then have a success message as true. So this Cocate 2 got imported. So we'll go to group list, and if we reload this, we will have a new group is called as Cocate 2. So this is generated. Now let us go back to our data import sheet and import the clients. So what we need to do in this sheet is to bring client group number here. So I will say group number, and let's bring the client group number. So I would say VLOOKUP, look up from the client group name, go to sheet, select this, comma 2 comma false. Sorry. So this is the group number that we have got. Now let's that's why earlier I was mentioning that mention the client group name exactly same, so that this VLOOKUP would work perfectly. So whenever you enter a Cocate, then it will pick up the exact correct group number, because while importing client name, we would require this group number. Now, as before, let us go back to the data import section and import the template for client create. Of course, you can just search client create template and download the template. So this is the actual import template for clients. Here you can see the only mandatory field here is client number, client name, and group number. So let us go here and paste the information from our sheet. So what we will do is here, another one is client number. So what we need to do is we need to just add another column which we call it as client number. So similar to how what we created group number, we will be generating client number here. So it will be C0001 and dragging it down. And as before, if you are importing the data for the second time, you would specify the next number. So in my case, it would be 11, and then it would be 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, like this. And if you had a client number as say AK1234 like this, so then you would specify it as a client ID. And if you don't have, keep it as blank. Now let's copy paste the data. So you would copy paste the client number in the client number column, client number 2 from the client ID. So if you had say AK007, so you would copy this information in the client number, then copy the client group number from this column, paste as values. Then for F name is basically the client name, first name we that's codification of the first name, and then whatever business name that you have, that can be pasted in the C name. Next, paste the PAN number and also the date of birth. And okay, yeah, paste the date of birth, and all the dates that you import in Jamku, they have to be in the year dash dash dd format. So we will go to Excel's number formatting, click on custom, and specify the format as year dash dash dd. Click OK, and now it is formatted like this. Here the type would be imported as a client category, and P center and C center would be imported as if you have mentioned the partner and branch. So that would be pasted in P center and C center. That's all. So all that we need to do is mention the data ID. This is just a serial number to track what went wrong, if any. Copy this information, come to Jamku, paste it, and click on prepare data for import, and then click on start import. So this will just import the data into Jamku, and then it will give you a success message, true, true, true. A common error that offices get while importing these clients is a FK error, which basically means foreign key error. This could happen if you have specified a wrong group number. So ensure that the group number already exists in Jamku, and only then it would perfectly import the clients. Okay, now what we need to do is import the services, or I should say import the compliances. So let us go add our compliances, a service which we had created earlier, accounting service, and let's mention that for this client we do monthly accounting, for another client we do quarterly accounting, and for another client we do yearly accounting, and for other clients we don't do accounting, hence I have mentioned it as blank. Now let us filter those clients where we do accounting. So I will just filter out blanks, click OK, and then I would go and import the compliances template. So this template is called as compliance create. Download the template and open the template. So the importance of compliances is to basically tell Jamku that what all services that we provide to the client and what is the periodicity of that service. So all that we need to do is come here, copy the client number, paste it here. What is the service number? And this service number we will be getting it from Jamku. So if we go to the services list, and as noted earlier, accounting service has a service ID of 5. So I will just mention the service ID 5 and then copy paste the periodicity from this sheet that we had mentioned earlier, monthly, quarterly, yearly. And these information you can keep it as blank. Data ID you can just mention 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. Copy all the information. Let's go to Jamku and come to data import section, paste the data and prepare the data for import, and then click on start import. Yeah, so my bad. So here you can see we have an error, foreign key failed, because we did not actually have these clients number in Jamku, because we did not import that data, right? So what I can do is I'll just go to my client list and check. So here we have in Jamku two ways of looking at it. These are the cards. Another way is to look it at a table view. So here I can just see my tables as a table view, client number. So these were my actual client groups, client numbers. So let me just go back to this data, and now let me filter the same. Okay, so this is my correct client number. Let me copy this and paste it here. Now again I would try the same. Prepare data for import and click on start import. And I should see a success here. True, true, true. Now, in order to check whether this perfectly was imported, I can go to services. And here you can see on the top right, this information was loaded 21 minutes ago. So I can just click here, and now it says it is loaded 1 second ago. And here you can see for accounting, we have recurring services, and these are my clients: one client monthly, one client quarterly, and one client yearly. Just to demonstrate, I had imported one client, and if I click on this, it will take me that which is my clients, the entire client list. Like for example, GSTR 3B, I have 6 monthly clients. So I can click on this list and I can come to this. So this is how you import all your compliances. The benefit of importing compliances is to create your bulk task. So let me show you even that. Even though this is actually covered as a part of our training, but just to be thorough on what is the importance of the compliances. So we will go to the compliance dashboard. In the report filter we can click all and reload it, and then if we go to so this we have two views here, compliance view and non-compliance view, and all this information is available in our help section. So on the top we have this small help icon. If you click on it, it will take you to the help documentation, and here we can see we have landed to the compliance dashboard help documentation, where we have mentioned everything, uh, all these information like features, everything, caveats, all this information. And here you can see compliance dashboard has two views. Use the toggle on the to select the view. So I will just go to non-compliance, and non-compliance basically shows the list of all the uh, task, or basically clients where I have not created task. Since it is a new office or demo office, currently I have not created any task. So that's why everything is blank. So if I go to non-compliance and if I want to create all the task for say GSTR 3B6, so all that you need to do for October is click on this 6, select all my clients, click on add task, click next. It is automatically selected October monthly. Okay, so if I was sitting in October, I would create these tasks probably on 1st of October, and I would have specified the due date of say uh, 20th of October, or whatever date actual date is. Click continue and create task. And this here you can see all the tasks were created successfully. And if I go back now to the compliance dashboard and click on reload, so here you can see the six went away because now there is no non-compliance. And if I go back to the normal view, then here you can see there are six tasks which are created. And if I click here, I will land to the actual task list. That's all. So this is how you this is the importance of adding the compliances. And from next month onwards, you can just click and create all the task. So this is all about data importing into Jamku. And of course, here you can see in the data import section, we don't like, this is not the only things that we can import. We can import a hell lot of all the things into Jamku. So uh, do try this out if you want to import many other things into Jamku. Like for example, client's password. If you want to import, just click on template, and in most of the templates we have provided examples as to how we have to import the things, and then just copy paste the information and import it. That's all. And if you are a, SIRC participant, and if you are currently using any complimentary, so if you are an SIRC participant, or if you have received a complimentary Jamku license, then this is the video that will help you to import the data. And if you have a paid license with the Jamku, then we actually provide you assistance in actually importing the data, where we do a screen sharing session and import the data. So if you are facing issue, or if you wish we help you with the actual data import, then do reach out to our support team, and we will help you out with that. And if you are a complimentary license, then helping with the data import would be chargeable. So you can reach out to our support team, and they will also share the charges and other details. So the best way to reach out to our support is by clicking on the name and then clicking on support, which will actually take you to our Jamku support page. And here, since you are coming from a Jamku software to this support page, we already know that you are who you are. So just start chatting and just click. You need support for training or data import session. Click start chat and start chatting with us. And you would receive a reply on the chat itself. So here I have joined the chat, and if I say hi, so now you are chatting with our support session. So that's all for this webinar. Thanks everyone for joining in.